If I could have everybody's attention, we're ready to start the program. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's all yours.
So am I.
So quiet.
Okay, they will. Good evening. How wonderful to see all of you here, and how blessed you really are if you're by a fan, right? Welcome to your community's college. I'm Jan Magini. I am the current chair of the Board of Trustees, and we are so pleased to be participating in this event because as your board, there is so much passion and dedication to this community and to this college. I'd like to just begin by introducing your elected board. We appreciate your taking time to go to the polls and to be able to have us become the voice of your community. In 1991, as we redistrict, we needed an entire new board, and we still have 3 members on our board from that founding board, and I'd like to begin with them. Please, Ms. Terry Hanlon, who resides in Grand Rapids. Terry is in her 3rd term, and she is soon to be retired from the Forest Hills Public Schools. Lucky her, huh? The second person that was a part of our founding board is Ms. Ellen James. Ms. Ellen James is also in her 3rd term. Resident of Grand Rapids and retired from the city's Equal Opportunities Department. And I kind of round out that trio. I'm a resident of Wyoming and retired from the Wyoming Public Schools. Thank you. In 1997, we were very fortunate to add Gary Shank, our current vice president, to our board. Gary is our past chair, and he also is a local attorney with the Boncher and Shank, or Shank and Boncher. It all depends on who you're talking to. Gary lives in Cascade Township. We spread out, and we do have a member from Granville, elected in 1997, Richard Verberg, who is currently employed with General Motors. And 1999, and again most recently reelected, is Dr. Michael Stern, Superintendent of Northview Public Schools, residing in Grand Rapids Township. And in 2001, our latest board member is Ms. Margot Anderson, completing her 1st term. Margot has retired from the Grand Rapids Public Schools and also resides in Grand Rapids. The power of your vote is certainly important to this community college. Not only do we have an elected board, but we have some other officials here this evening who understand what it's like to wait the evening of the polls and see what's happening. Now, as I see over here, our former Lieutenant Governor, Richard Posthumus, is here. Thank you for being here. Our mayor, George Heartwell, is planning on being here, but he's made a trip to Poland, so I hope he's visiting Sarah's relatives as well as mine while he's there. Okay. We know that our legislators in Lansing just, and I say just, got out of session, but one who is a very loyal fan, loyally dedicated to this college is Representative Michael Sack. And Michael, and I'd like, Mike, I think you have a presentation you'd like to do at this time.
Good evening. You can see they put me just before dinner, so they want to keep it very short, right? And you could see the loudest clap came from Ambassador Secchia. He's a good, loyal Democrat, and I deeply appreciate it there, Ambassador. I heard a couple oohs out there, but at the same time, I do appreciate it. We just got out of session, not more than at 6 o'clock, and we wanted to be here. And on behalf of, well, I think the Republican legislators are flying in right now, as you can hear. I had to drive, so it's a whole different story. They've been saying about switching parties, and I can see that maybe there's a few extra perks over there. But I also saw Lieutenant Governor over there, and he's having a Sam Adams without a tie and without a sport jacket. And I says, I can't wait to be a vice president of some company one day. But it is a distinct honor, and it's not only an honor to be here this evening celebrating the 90th anniversary of the Grand Rapids Community College. I'm also proud to be an alumni of Grand Rapids Junior College. I was a county commissioner for 16 years before I ran for the legislature, and I can remember President Calkins, and I was an athlete here. I ran track and cross country here at the junior college. And then I went out west to Utah State University, and then came back and ran for county commission. And he was there up front with many other individuals in the audience this evening talking about a Kent ISD or a Kent millage to truly support and fund what this community college is all about. I'm also honored to be the Democratic Vice Chair on the Appropriation Committee for community colleges, and we're going to do everything we can together with Representative Koyman, who's on that committee as well, as bring the dollars back here to Grand Rapids Community College. And when I was going to school here, President Calkins I used to call him Dick, and he said, no, President Calkins, all right, a whole different story. Now it's Dick. It's a whole different story when you're in the legislature as well as that we had with President Juan Olivares. But it's a celebration tonight about the people here in this community. And on behalf of my colleagues in the Michigan House of Representatives, I would like to present a special tribute. Let it be known that we are proud to recognize Grand Rapids Community College as they celebrate their 90th anniversary. Grand Rapids Community College has a long history of providing academic excellence in both the liberal arts and workforce development education while making it affordable and attainable to all who seek higher education. Grand Rapids Community College is committed to community involvement through partnerships with businesses, agencies, and civic groups, which keeps them tuned in to the community and their needs so that they can be proactive in providing the programs that we see that are offered today. The mission of Grand Rapids Community College is to provide the community with learning opportunities for all people that enable them to achieve their goals. This vision of Grand Rapids Community College is a vibrant institution of higher education dedicated to enriching people's lives and contributing to the vitality of our West Michigan and state. Grand Rapids Community College values its responsiveness, accountability, innovation, diversity, excellence, respectfulness, and service. Therefore, this document is signed and dedicated to recognize Grand Rapids Community College as they celebrate their 90th anniversary. It is signed by my good colleague, Senator Bill Hardeman, Representative Jerry O. Koyman, Representative Dave Hildebrand, and in our administration, Don D. Cherry, Lieutenant Governor, and our governor of this great state, Jennifer M. Granholm. Congratulations to Grand Rapids Community College.
Thank you, Representative Sack. It says Michael G. Sack. I thought it was Michael P. Sack. Isn't your middle name Parody? He's a good friend. Yes, that's what I thought. It's my privilege this evening to reflect on community, and that certainly leads us to the work of the community college. Vision is the theme tonight, but I'd like to have you envision with me, using your imaginations for a short time. Let's go back to the time when perhaps our indigenous brothers and sisters were roaming this very same spot on this very same hill. And just envision with me for a moment the quietness of a summer evening sitting on this hill, perhaps listening to the water as it is flowing through the grand, awesome river, and perhaps being able to hear the rustle of the water over the rapids. In that stillness of the night, perhaps there is a time of calling together the leaders and the elders of the tribes, including our own ancestors of the Ottawa Grand River Band and the Potawatomi nations that wanted to do so much for this area. The leaders were considering the gifts of good fortune and were gathered together here to share ideas on how community could work together to ensure a place where wisdom could be passed on and their essential beliefs could be sustained for generations to come. They were sharing their philosophies that all major decisions of a nation must be based on how those decisions affect the next 7 generations. So as they're sitting here pondering the next 7 generations, thinking about the communities that had to be built, they needed to discuss, or they were discussing, the areas. According to their legends, the importance of spirituality and respect for all life. The absence of coercive authority with the goal of consensus in decision-making. Liberty of the individual coupled with the individual's consciousness of responsibility to the whole. The importance of extended family with commitment, respect for both children and elders. And the operation of systems that focus on the healings of society and the restoration of balance rather than the retribution of vengeance. Those are words that are taken from the works of Glenn Morris and some input from a local friend, Sharon Detz. Peter Wege, in his book on economicology, The 11th Commandment, closes his 2nd chapter with a quote from an unknown author. A vision without a task is a dream. A task without a vision is drudgery. A vision with a task is the hope of the world. So may the great spirits that have led us to this place continue to be with all of us as we continue our journey. So enjoy the evening. Take care. I see the leaders and the elders have finished eating from the abundance of the land. But there seems to be a few more decisions to be made. And my dear friend, Ms. James, is still working in the room. In my vision, as I look at this land that belongs to this community, do you think that our indigenous friends had as much problem? Thank you. But we certainly have eaten from the abundance of the land. And as the sun begins to set, and we enjoy the evening, as I'm sure our forefathers had done, I envision the console fires kind of winding down. But in my vision, I hear this person say, let's not build any more fires. I just as soon save some of those forest products. We might have a universal need for them. I just had to put that in there, Peter. Now, as the leaders are leaving their campfire and going through the woods, I also envision all these little raccoons running around and somebody in the group yelling, "Go Raiders!" That's our mascot. Okay. Ellen, would you bang on your glass again? You're about to witness one of our strongest leaders and an important part of this ceremony, so let's be sure that we hear this. It's my pleasure to introduce the alumna who is very special and near and dear to our Raider hearts. In 2003, she was the Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. And in that same year, she was named as a Salute to Women's Outstanding Alumna. We were very privileged to have her deliver our commencement address that same year, and we really haven't been the same since. She is a woman of many gifts, and her powerful sense of justice is matched only by her extraordinary, magnificent sense of humor. Our own Raider star, the Honorable Sarah Smolinski, Chief Judge.
Well, thank you so much. It is such a pleasure for me to be here today. This evening's been a wonderful evening. I'm so honored to be a part of it. I feel very much at home here. I'm used to working with people who are sweating. A quick little story, because I know that President Oliveras has some wonderful words for us. They gave him 15 minutes. They gave me 2 hours. Thank you. 15 years ago, when I was running for the district court position, I was doing like most candidates do, walking door to door, thousands of houses in the area. I was out in Byron Center, true story, knocking on doors. You get your whole spiel down to 2 minutes because you don't want to take people's time. And a man came to the door, and I said, "Sir, my name is Sarah Smolinski. I'm running for district court judge. I would so much appreciate it if you would consider voting for me." Without hesitation, he said, "I don't think women should be judges." As a candidate, you can't always say what first comes to your mind. So I chose to keep quiet with what I really wanted to say. And instead, politely and courteously, I said, "You know, sir, you're entitled to your opinion. But honestly, I think you're wrong. We need judges of all different diversity, ethnic background, racial background, and both genders. The judges serve the entire populace. Not to mention women make up over 50% of the population. We need more women judges." You could tell I was not making any headway with this man in Byron Center. But keeping with my polite, courteous response, he was nice, and that was pretty much it. I said, "You know," I thought to myself, "I'm not going to give him one of my brochures. That's 38 cents. And you know it's going right in the dumper." So I said, "Thanks for your time, sir." And as I walk across his front yard, digging my heels in slightly, I said a little prayer, and I said, "Dear Lord, please let me win this election. And if I do, please let that man get caught speeding in East Grand Rapids." Grand Rapids Community College, and what I'll always affectionately know as Grand Rapids Junior College, has such a special place in my heart. And it does for so many reasons. And it does for so many reasons, not just because I, like Representative Sack, am an alumna here at the junior college, but what I feel so affectionately when I think about Grand Rapids Community College, the junior college at the time, was that my parents, nearly 70 years ago, 1936, met as students at Grand Rapids Junior College. They often would hold dances for the students, and my parents met. Now think about this. I wouldn't be here today without Grand Rapids Junior College. Neither would my 9 siblings, and my parents evidently did quite well. Seriously, my years here at the junior college have been beautiful years. I enjoyed both years. All 12 years I was here. No. I enjoyed both years. Likewise, President Calkins was the president of Grand Rapids Junior College. I had a great academic experience that prepared me for the University of Michigan. I had every credit transfer in good standing. I had a roommate at U of M Ann Arbor who transferred from U of M Dearborn and lost credits in the transfer. I came from the junior college, and every credit I took transferred without question. I had great faculty here at the junior college, some of whom I still stay in contact with, not through the court. And a great experience that really has helped me prepare to face people like that man in Byron Center with confidence, self-assuredness, and hopefully some competence. I really thank Grand Rapids Junior College for the experience that has given to me and for the years I had here. Some of my fondest memories were playing in the athletic programs here at Grand Rapids Junior College, both on the women's basketball team and the women's softball team, both years. In 1975, we went to the National Junior College Tournament in Temple, Texas. We took 4th in the nation of junior colleges in basketball that year. I still carry those memories. I still have contact with those classmates and teammates, and they were wonderful, wonderful years. Years I will never forget. So my hat's off to Grand Rapids Community College, to all of its administrators, faculty, staff, students, and support, and especially you, President Oliveras. Thank you for letting me share in this 90th anniversary. Here's to the Raiders.
We are so proud of her. Thank you. Right, 90 years. We are in our 4th generation, and I'm sure tonight we may even thinking about the next 7 generations. And I'm very proud to say that our family, our personal family, has been here for 4 of those generations, beginning with Davis Tech as a high school, and the college years that a special friend of mine shares with me tonight. I wear an alumni button, and I'm very proud of it. And so does my husband, Frank Magini, wear an alumni button. Thank you, Frank. We also met here at the then junior college, but we were only a third as good as what the Smolinskis were. But this community college is a family tradition. Our children have graduated from this fine institution as well, and we're looking forward to our grandchildren being here. Tonight we have another special treat for you. It's the video that gives us another historical perspective. It's entitled, Our Vision Has Never Been Better. It is produced in-house by our own staff, And I'd like to share this with you this evening.
The United States faces great challenges, including global economic competition. National and local leaders realize that a more skilled workforce is key to the country's continued economic strength, a need that calls for a dramatic increase in college attendance.
No, that's not a paragraph from yesterday's newspaper. That was a description of our country's condition written around the turn of the century, the 20th century. That was the climate in which junior colleges, the precursor to community colleges, were born. The concept of a junior college had been around since 1852, and the first one to grant two-year degrees was started in Chicago in 1891 by the man who is often called the father of junior colleges. Grand Rapids Junior College opened its doors to 49 students in 1914, the first in Michigan, and only the 7th in the country. It was right for the times then, and it has been right for the times ever since. In the 50s, under then-President Arthur Andrews, the open-door admissions policy, offering higher education to every high school graduate, regardless of age, background, life stage, educational readiness, or financial need, was formalized. In keeping with the mission of a community college, Andrews said, "We have always felt that it was and is this college's responsibility to offer any classes needed in the community." Though some scholarships had always been available, a college foundation was established in 1963 to provide financial assistance to students so even more could come through that open door. GRCC leadership also excelled at writing grants and building coalitions with business and industry. In the 80s, many of those partners helped build the Applied Technology Center, which still offers training that adapts and is aligned with the demands of the West Michigan workplace, just right for the times. And now it's a new day. How things work has changed. How people work has changed. Even the way people learn, it's all evolving. And Grand Rapids Community College is evolving. With almost all classes at capacity, the demand for GRCC courses remains unflagging. Space is at a premium, yet the college still strives to uphold the mission of all community colleges, to serve everyone in the community who desires higher education. To be right for today's times demands that GRCC continuously improve its academic and technical offerings. Although our state is experiencing a changing workplace and a challenging economic climate, it's clear that the path to a strong recovery travels straight through the halls of education. Like any thriving institution, we have stellar alumni, faces we recognize from their roles as community leaders, or their roles on stage, including myself, Jean Reed Bailey, class of '69. But the true success of a college like ours is evident across professions, trades, and services. Everywhere you look, GRCC grads are there, forming the strong backbone of this community. This college has a history of excellence, commitment to lifelong learning, and a vision of innovation and achievement that is just as clear as ever. When Michigan fights to retrain and return valuable, skilled tradespeople to the workforce with skill sets that are right for the times, GRCC steps up to the task. When state leaders seek to double the number of college graduates in the near future, so Michigan can have the kind of educated workforce that attracts new business and industry, GRCC's door is open. Whenever one student is prepared to reach for a college degree, expands skills used on the job, begins a new career, or finds a new path in life, we as a community benefit. We're proud of our role in this community. We value the many business and industry partnerships we have forged, and we truly appreciate all of you here tonight to help us celebrate. With friends like you, we will continue to provide excellent, affordable education for all. Our door is always open.
How about our media technology folks and our technology folks? Thank you. Great production, as always. Good evening. It is a pleasure to have you all here on our campus tonight. We could have done this many places, and we decided to do it right here on campus so that we can get you here. We're here tonight to celebrate GRCC's last 90 years, but as always, we're focused on the future. As the video clearly demonstrates, our vision at GRCC has always been focused on this community, keeping our vision sharp and our sights set on the future. This is how we've grown, changed, and adapted to become the versatile and diversified college that we are. During World War I, this college responded to the needs of the community by offering Army training. Even during the Great Depression, we had over 1,000 students preparing to change the future. Today, as Michigan faces a challenging economic climate, GRCC once again is right for the times. It is our vision and our understanding that we must remain flexible and strong to meet our community's needs that guides us. Grand Rapids Community College is unique. We have a clearly distinct role in this community. We offer higher education to everyone who seeks it. Vision and visionaries are our theme for this evening. And to that end, I have a few people that I'd like to recognize in our group tonight for their vision and their leadership. When I became president of Grand Rapids Community College, I knew I was following a course led by a legacy of past presidents that all shared the vision of GRCC. I am honored and pleased tonight to recognize the past president of GRCC, Dick Hawkins, and his wife, Patsy. Stand up. Stand up, Dick. Come on, come on. Woo! Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight. Next, I would like to introduce a group of hardworking people leading our foundation here at the college. They are leading us into a new era. With the new demands we face, the board of our foundation, all of whom I'd like to recognize here tonight, have stepped up to help us retool our foundation and all of the objectives that we've set out. I would like to start with Vice President Jim Lefleur, and please hold your applause until I recognize all of them. And if you would stand and stay standing. Jim Lefleur, Vice President, Treasurer, and Chair of our Investment Committee, Barb Demore, Assistant Treasurer, Bob Partridge, Secretary Glenn Borey, and Directors Margot Anderson, Joe Castillo, Dave Custer, Michael Dupre, Bev Drake, Jan Magini, Dick Morton, our Faculty Association President Fred Van Hardesvelt, our Student Congress President Ian McClellan, Alumni President Rich Mondu, and Interim Executive Director Tom Monahan. Today, we need to rely on our foundation not only to help pay for tuition, but also to support the wide range of college needs that we face, from facilities to program development. And these people are helping us to get there. Our foundation board and GRCC need your involvement and support in our new effort. I'm pleased to be able to share with you this evening that a group of community leaders has already offered to help us with our new fundraising challenges. They know it will take good counsel, energy, financial investment to help us reach our goals. Next, this evening, I would like to show great gratitude and appreciation and thank our Board of Elected Trustees of the college. I would personally like to do that myself. Once again, Jan Magini, Gary Shank, Margot Anderson, Alan James, Terry Hanlon, Michael Stearns, and Rick Verberg. Their diligence care, and vision lead this great institution. I'd also like to thank all of our visionaries, those leaders listed in your program, and please take a moment to look at the list, who have stepped up tonight, who were the first to ensure that the success of tonight's celebration would happen. We want to thank them. Tonight's event was totally funded through these visionaries and those of you who came, and we appreciate that. No college funds were used. It's good, it's good. And I want to thank the rest of you who are here with us tonight for attending, because your presence means your recognition and understanding of this vital role that GRCC plays in our community. You are all leaders in our community, and you help us stay focused on our work, and that's very important to us. It continues to amaze me everywhere I go how many people, whether it's their son or daughter, employee or friend, have connections to GRCC. In fact, I know that a lot of you are wearing alumni stickers on your badges. Would you raise your hand? Look at that. That's incredible. Thank you. I have one message to you. Please stay connected with us. We'll be in touch. In closing, I would once again like to thank our speaker, Sarah Smolinski, who I never want to follow in a program. And also I want to thank our chair of the board, Jan Magini, for being our MC tonight. Thank you, Jan. Okay, I did my duty, and Peter Secchia, it is about 9, and we're going to miss a part of the game, but you're free to go. Thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to 10 years from today, where we will celebrate our centennial. Have a good evening.